Hey guys, time once again for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. It is a Tuesday, so today was kind of a weird day because a lot got done, but there's not a lot to show for it. So one of those days. So let's talk about this guy first. So one of the major things that happened on the '64 Beetle today was that the one of the paint and body guys that we use, who's super talented, especially at this kind of stuff, he came in and he aligned the doors and he got them to open and close beautifully. So the doors were lined up and were working nicely when the car was on a dolly, and then it went for paint and came back and we bolted it to the chassis. And I think that going through all that, the body is probably ends up shaped a little bit differently than it is when it's on a dolly. So having the doors fit nicely on the dolly versus having it all bolted down to the body, having the striker plates in, etc., not necessarily the same thing. So, basically the doors were just not closing that well, once everything was bolted together here. So not a big deal. So again, our very talented body guy came in and worked his magic and got them to open and close really nice now. So, again, pretty big thing. Obviously, everyone wants their doors to open and close nicely, but, not visually a lot to see. But yeah, you can see the body line's really good. Everything looks bitchin'. And I don't think there's handles. There's not handles in here now, or I'd open it and show you. So you'll just have to take my word for it. But both doors open and close bitchin' now. So that is one thing that happened. Another thing was Rafa took so we bought new vent wing assemblies for this car, but we're going to use his original labeled Duraglass vent wing windows. So he took the new vent window assemblies and disassembled them, removed the old glass, the new glass out of those, and cleaned up the original Duraglass, and then those will go in and everything will look awesome. So yeah, this car is going to have Duraglass door windows. We got a nice window for the one that we were missing with the correct Duraglass label. The vent wings are both going to be Duraglass. The rear window, yeah, you can see there's, if I can get this to focus on that. Yeah, it's probably not going to focus on that. It's getting confused. Okay, well, you're going to have to take my word for it. There is a oh, there you go. If I zoom in, maybe. There it is. Okay. So that is the logo that all the windows are going to have. So I think we're actually going to put pop-outs on this car, though. And so 64 and down, which were the smaller window cars, those pop-outs would have had Securit window glass in them. So that's actually correct for this car with pop-outs. So everything else, Duraglass, pop-outs will be Securit. And front windshield is, it's labeled, but it's nothing. We pretty much always put new windshields in everything. But yeah, we try and match the glass best we can. Anyway, so that's about it for that guy for today. What else? So this bus, we were going to send it over to Octavio today, and we kind of got a little held up. One thing that we noticed was that the dash, the painted part of the dash, really, really needed to be color sanded and buffed. And we hadn't had that done. The paint shop didn't do it. So we went ahead and disassembled the dash, and then had that same paint and body guy that fixed the doors on the '64. He came and color sanded and buffed the dash, and it looks really good now. It had a lot of orange peel on it. It was kind of ugly. So probably should have caught that before we assembled it, but no big deal. Pulled it apart, had him buff it, put it back together. Boom, looks good now. So this is actually going to go over to Octavio's in the morning, and then he is going to start working his magic with the sliding rag top and the headliner. We'll have him go ahead and do the back carpet, have him put in the walkthrough section mats, the seat stand mats. He'll actually upholster the edge of the walkthrough seats here, and yeah, do all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, this bus is going to be gone for maybe like a week or so. It's a huge job putting the headliner and rag top in one of these things. So yeah, bus will probably be gone for a week and a half maybe. We'll see. Kind of nice in a way though, because it's going to open up some space for working on this guy. And I'm going to be anxious to get the back wheels and tires on it and be able to have an actual good view of what it looks like. So hopefully tomorrow, when I do the day in the life, I'll get a good shot of this thing with wheels and tires from the side, and I'm expecting it to look killer. So that happened. The other thing is the owner for the Manx came by today. He just left a little while ago. Thanks for stopping by, Jim. And we were just kind of inspecting the gaps in here and so on. And he is super happy with this chassis. Of course, Washburn and his team always do an amazing job. This chassis is just perfect. The body fits really, really nice. And so, yeah, you know, a little weather stripping here and there, which is normal for these to take up some of these gaps. But yeah, none of the gaps are really bad. And on some Manxes, the gaps are just huge. And yeah, this is going to be nice. It fits really nice all around the edges. There's a little bit of gap around the Napoleon hat, which is pretty normal for these. A little bit back here, so nothing a little weather stripping and stuff can't take care of. But before the chassis, I think, was just very crooked. I think I pointed this out before. So, you know, part of the shock tower and stuff was actually like busting through the body here, touching on this side, basically poking through. Big gap on that side. You know, it's very even now, left to right, front to back. Just really, really a nice fit. So, yeah, the owner is very happy. So am I. And so he's probably going to take the body maybe later this week. He's going to rent a truck and take it down to San Diego for the Manx body guy, aka Miguel, to work his magic. So other than that, on the Manx, I'm basically starting to get stuff ready for the chassis to build. So spent some time today getting parts ready. So these drums I'm going to have turned. These are the front, the backing plates, the sway bar. So this stuff is going to go off to powder coating. Our painter, the same guy that fixed these doors here, he is going to paint the front beam, the trailing arms, and I've got Brian Roth right now rebuilding the steering knuckles, so the spindles and the link pin carriers. That's all being rebuilt. And what else? Yeah, cleaning parts. One of the less sexy parts of car restoration, cleaning parts. So these things are most of the front end hardware here, front ends and brakes and stuff like that. This stuff is going to go off to zinc plating probably tomorrow. And what else? So we also spent some time today talking about we need to have some door panels made for this bus. So our one of our upholstery guys, so we use Octavio and then we use another guy. So the other guy was by today and he's going to make us some door panels for this car. And he actually took the seats for the 69 cowl look and we discussed those, and we still have to finalize the material choices, but he went ahead and took the seats and he can start stripping those down and preparing them in the meantime. But yeah, so lots of things going on here. You know, some of the things that we're having some of our you know, contractors, so to speak, do. Another guy who came by today, which is why all these people coming by just didn't get a lot done. A paint and body guy that we use who's really good at patina, he's going to come by and take care of this car. You know, fix this paint all back here, the deck lid and stuff like that, and he'll be able to you know, match the patina and stuff. So yeah, I spent most of the day talking to people about interior and paint and body and more paint and more body and stuff like that. So again, some days are like that. You gotta keep other people working for you to get things done, and not the most fun part of the job, but 100% necessary. And all the people we work with are, you know, really, really good at what they do. So we're thankful to have access to those folks. So that's it for today, guys, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.